Glaucoma is an eye disease in which the optic nerve is damaged in a characteristic pattern. This can permanently damage vision in the affected eyes and lead to blindness if left untreated. It is normally associated with increased fluid pressure in the eye. Glaucoma can develop in the following groups: diabetics, more than 285 million individuals globally; hypertensive individuals over 50 years of age; early onset diabetic children. It is estimated that over 2.2 million Americans have glaucoma, but only half of those know they have it. Approximately 120,000 are blind from glaucoma, accounting for 9% to 12% of all causes of blindness in the US. Glaucoma accounts for over 7 million visits to physicians each year. In terms of Social Security benefits, lost income tax revenues, and healthcare expenditures, the cost of the US government is estimated to be over $1.5 billion annually. The longer you live, the more likely you are to have glaucoma. In 2010, it is estimated that 8.4 million individuals worldwide are blind from primary open-angle glaucoma. By the year 2020, it is estimated that there will be 11 million individuals who are blind from glaucoma. Our competitors all have devices requiring electric power, which can be user-limiting in many countries, as well as in the US. Devices with implantable pressure sensors, based on electrical resistance measurements, have cumbersome interfaces and displays. The display of sensor output needs is complex with competitor technology. Our device needs no batteries and power supply. The present method of tonometry, where the device has to compress the cornea, requires a skilled ophthalmologist to take a pressure reading. This is unnecessary with our device. The needs of other technologies make their devices cost prohibitive and our technology cost favored. Our solution: a low-cost, easily manufactured device with an innovative technology which enables a person to see for himself changes in intraocular pressure when he looks at his eyes in the mirror. This device is very small and can be inserted surgically with a minimum incision between the iris and the cornea, enabling early evaluation of elevated IOP, intraocular pressure, in people with increased risk of developing glaucoma due to high blood pressure or genetic causes in old age. The device works on pattern differences due to pressure change when compared with fixed background pattern, changes in spacing between lines of diffraction grating and hologram leading to color changes to the interface effect of light. A mirror with a concave surface and a magnifying device, along with comparison charts, enable proper monitoring of drug efficiency in suppressing symptoms from glaucoma. How does it work? Increases in pressure lead to reduced spacing in the grating, which thereby affect incident beams of light in a manner depending on the pressure of the aqueous humor. This leads to change in color and its pattern, which can indicate to the patient of the need for early consultation with a physician. The above device is implanted by surgical means in the eye, between cornea and iris, resting at the bottom. It can be made to be at top by adding buoyancy if required. The device is made sensitive to pressure by including a pressure-responsive gel as a central sandwich layer. A rigid plastic structure gives the curve to match the curvature of the cornea. Small amount of magnet material is embedded to enable orientation and correct placement of the device with the help of a magnetic field. The device has a reference surface relative to which changes in the angle of diffracted monochromatic light from a low-power laser, which is impinged, can be converted into measurement of change in the internal pressure of the eye, with suitable optics and pattern recognition software, which is done by ophthalmologists and physicians examining the patient for further timely treatment. What is a procedure? Makes use of the property of elastomers to change shape due to pressure changes. Intraocular pressure changes cause patterns on the device to change compared to fixed background patterns. Changes in spacing between lines of diffraction grating and holograms lead to color changes due to the interference effect of light. Changes in intraocular pressures are observed by these changes in color or pattern. When a change is noticed, the patient can contact expert ophthalmologists to help in reducing the pressure. 202 is a rigid base made of plastic material. The background fixed pattern is present on the rigid base 202. The magnetic strip 210 is embedded in the rigid base 202. To the rigid base 202 is attached an elastomer, layer 206, which stretches due to pressure changes. The elastomer layer has patterns which change. Between rigid base 202 and elastomer 206 is a gel layer 204, which is used to enhance sensitivity of the device to pressure. The entire device is surrounded by a transparent biocompatible polymer layer 208, which has folds at the back shown as 212 to give flexibility so the elastomer layer 206 can stretch and respond to pressure changes. The elastomer layer 206 is positioned initially taking baseline pressure agreed upon the ophthalmologist. The patterns 214 on the elastomer layer 206 is a diffraction grating with a line of suitable spacing. The pattern 216 on the elastomer layer 206 is a diffraction grating with different spacing, which changes color for a higher pressure level than the pattern 214. The pattern 218 is the elastomer layer 206 in a hologram that changes color depending on the amount of stretching of elastomer layer 206. The pattern 220 is a variable pattern on the elastomer 206, while pattern 222 is a fixed pattern on the rigid base 202, which serves as a reference to compare changes in pattern 22 due to pressure changes. The above pattern is one of that printed by microlithography, by one of etching with laser and photo etching, and by one of embossing to give the hologram pattern diffraction grating and background pattern with its counter pattern. This micro intraocular device has only a height of 1 mm, a width of 2 mm, and a depth of 1 mm in size, and it is encased in a biocompatible polymer. This is how the device appears when viewed away from a distance of 3 feet. The device comprises of a strip of biocompatible plastic and rubber material. It is surgically implanted under the cornea and on top of the iris, just below the pupil, and does not impede the patient's vision. This is the binocular device to check intraocular pressures by color or pattern changes in the micro intraocular device. It is small and light enough to carry anywhere. It only measures 2 inches in height, 5 inches in width, and 3 inches in depth, and is less than 10 ounces. It requires no batteries nor power supply, so patients can check their eye pressure anytime instantly. It consists of an objective lens set, a pair of mirrors, a pulley unit set, and the eyepiece set. Two mirrors with a concave surface and a magnifying device, along with a comparison chart. This is a pulley unit set to move the eyepiece for focusing. When used with a portable measuring device, the patients can instantly obtain feedback regarding critical changes in their eye pressure. When a change is noticed, the patient can contact expert ophthalmologists to provide help in reducing the pressure, and also to enable proper monitoring of drug efficiency in suppressing glaucoma symptoms. The device makes use of the property of elastomers to change in shape due to pressure change, leading to change in patterns present on their surface. This change in pressure can be observed by the person's change in color and change in patterns, indicating the increase in pressure, thereby prompting timely action by contacting the expert ophthalmologist to help in reducing the pressure. This would prevent the damage of the retina due to increased intraocular pressure. This product is similar to the production of an electronic chip. The first batch of 1,000 units will cost about $20,000, while the next batch will be less than $5,000 for 1,000. The cost of production is also similar to devices like stents for angioplasty, which is mainly material cost and machining cost. Currently, a prototype of the product has been developed and is available for trial testing at local eye clinics. Market potential. We will seek introduction of the product to the US market and then to the global market. We will market to diabetes, pre-diabetes, and hypertension patients. According to the American Diabetes Association and Centers for Disease Control, well over 100 million Americans. We intend to capture 1% of this market within 5 years. Our estimation is that At $200 per device, we will generate a gross revenue of $200 million. Investment and partnering. We are seeking a clinical partner to conduct clinical studies. Financing will be used for product development, preclinical testing in animal models such as rabbits, early clinical trials in humans, and FDA registration costs. Based on these outcomes, we will seek a future round of investment to conduct final stage trials and prepare to launch the product into the medical device market.